Never mind me while I'm stepping out my circumference. I feel the nerves trickling down. It's life humbling. My words start stumbling, staggered and caught off guard. This the life of a jigaboo, introverted and scarred. Whoa, my mother been the melodies while they sing the choruses. Direct message from Slade saying we need more of it. Paranoia in my state, I see envy at high rates. Now it's crop off the fate, turn great so I fly straight. Was gone for a minute, now I'm back like an X with big factors. I see you turn flat like extinct like some raptors. When I drop fruit purposes and practicing patience, we move to greener pastures. They're saying life is a matter of mastering basics and mastering patience. More time I get tired of waiting. Maybe it's fate procrastinating. The times are bad, so it really had me sprung like she got me doing things that I never do. You thought that we connected when in fact it was trauma bonding. Just leave it up to me to break the rules, never corresponding. My childhood filled with fence climbs and knee scrapes and bikes and kicking it by the street signs. The older I get, I'm trying to lessen any screen time. The bounce back heavy, I rock steady on climb. This one's a fucking loop, the news will pick and choose whatever truth they wanna give to you. I cannot stomach it, so I poop. Oops. When life turns sweeter, the lemon mouths get louder. But I'm amplified with ghosts from God like that boy Fowler. Working like I got that point to prove. But truth be told, the proof is right in the pudding, no point to lose. 60 for the crepes, yeah, I did that just because. She expecting more, girl, you know I'm saving up. Left me on red, well, it was what it was. Never stress over them joints or in downs when times get rough, so I ghost. Long are the days when we was close, and when I see you, it's like two completely different type of goats. I approach the weekly fire dropping, which I'm feeding. Still, I don't expect to be the one, your boy having bugs. Still, the songs get spun like Beyblades and teacups. My fun fair to those that ever really know me from jump. So what's up, I've been the one they all depended on like TJ. Now they're dead wilder than a furry knockout punch, leaving them straight stunned. It's hella fun. Soulful shit, you know what I'm saying? Like, just some social shit for everyone, you know what I'm saying? Like, I may just be myself, so hear me. I mean, like, we can pull that clown shit away. There's some real shit for you. I'm spazzing right now, so listen, let's go. Yeah, it's in their bones, the thugs in harmony for the love of the money. Then fall victim for the cookie, then turn pussy, it's lonely. You said you hold it down when life get rough, we're here now, so show me. We move them losses to them wins. Heavy pounds, we make it ends meet. Converse with only few who make me feel like I be 10 feet.
Yo, what's going on, people, man? Good morning. Saturday morning, man. You know what I mean? You know the vibes and the ties all ready. I said, you know what? I'm free for the next couple of weekends. So I said, you know what? Let's wake up early. Obviously, the game was last night for us in the UK. At was it 12:30? So I said, you know what, let's wake up early and just chop it up, man. Chop it up and vibes, and then, you know, see where the day kind of takes us. Start off the day well. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Before everybody obviously, of course, enjoys this beautiful London weather. Liverpool versus Betis, preseason second/first game for Arne Slot, live in front of the fans. Got a bit to talk about in this game. I'm obviously joined this morning by Eni. Love my bro for joining in, man. How are you, man? How are you, bro?
Good, man. Good, man. It was a late one last night, so I can't lie. I just woke up a couple of minutes
ago.
Like
I don't blame you. I don't blame you, bro.
A late one still, but I'm good, man. How are you, bro?
Bro, I'm blessed, man. Honestly, I watched I was starting to fall asleep in that second half a little bit. So I was nodding off, like, you know, when you're like, yeah, okay, cool.
Yeah.
But yeah, I woke up this morning. I said, yeah, you know what, man? Let's just chop it up, man. I know everyone wants to speak about the game. I know I might do, and don't hold me to this, guys. I might do one of these live reactions straight after the game. Because I know there's a lot of American fans as well. Of course, they want to chop it up, and of course, time difference and stuff like that. So maybe I'll think about it. I'll see how it goes. But the way my sleep is set up, that may not even happen. So we just have to wait and see.
Hey, man, like saying that, you know. Hey,
that's what I'm saying, bro. I literally just see it. Hey, big up Sate, bro. But Sate, if you're about my bro, the link is there for you. You know what I mean? The link is there, man. The man them are waiting for you to jump back in the scene, man. But I hope you, your family, and everyone is blessed on that side. Big up Fritz in the building as well. Big up AZ in the building. Big up Alexander. Big up Andy. Big up Revenite in the building. Big up Ale. Hope you are blessed, guys. As per usual, make sure you smash that like button for Trey's performance, people. Of course, we're gonna get into that. I already know where everyone's head is at, so we're gonna get into that regardless, and a few other players. And please make sure as well, people, even if you're just subscribing to the channel, head on over to Keeping It GTV, man. We've got some good stuff over there, man. Different kind of content away from the football. So if you guys like that stuff, make sure you subscribe to the channel. Man, before we get into the specifics, just as an overall in terms of the performance that you saw. Talk to me about it, man.
It was good. Quickly, I'm not any. Sorry, Saint. I said any. Saint. Just don't worry, man. We'll talk. I know G wants one as well. But
yeah. I just see that.
But no, on the game, man. The game was it was alright, man. It was a little bit boring at times, but it's to be expected. It was the first pre-season game. There were definitely some positives and some players that I've got my eye on now, and I'm thinking, yeah, man. Also, some negatives in terms of, I'd say Curtis Jones. I'll just bring it up straight away. I'll just bring it up straight away. Fuck it.
Go on,
I'll bring it up straight away still. Now, because I wanted to talk about it a minute because the comments he made, they were encouraging comments in it. But then when I'm watching him, I realized, damn, this might not be a good thing for Curtis Jones, because Curtis Jones might be that player that needs someone to tell him, nah, brother, 2 touches, release it. 2 touches, release it. 2 touches, release it. I don't think he's that guy that you can just say, yeah, do what you want. Because if you tell him to do what you want, he's gonna take. If a move take these 2 touches, he's gonna take 4. If it needs 3 touches, he's gonna take 5. He's that sort of player, bro. And yeah, man. So I wasn't really too impressed with Curtis Jones' performance. I don't want to pile on him too much because he did get injured, but obviously, it was kind of I wasn't encouraged by what I saw from Curtis Jones in the first half. There was just too many touches, or it's just too long all the time. It's never sharp, like instant. It's always like, yeah. I'm this baller in it. I'm gonna take an extra touch here and an extra touch there. But anyway, that's the negatives out of the way. I thought there were some good performances. Oh, sorry. That's not the negatives out of the way. The other one, Endo, was absolutely shocking. Shocking. And the thing is, I was bigging him up as well. Like, I
know you was.
Yeah, I was bigging him up. I said, you know what?
Everyone was busting up. I'm like, boy, this is any guy. Any can take that flag. I'm taking that flag.
Yeah. I was bigging him up, bro. And bro, he was awful yesterday. He even got dragged up at half time. So hopefully Arnie slots in for a CDM on Monday, bro. You can't have seen that performance and been too happy about that, because I don't even know if that guy made one completed pass, bro. There was one where he just passed it backwards, bro. Did you see that one? We passed it backwards. No one was there, bro. And then the Real Betis player just ran onto the ball.
Yes.
Like, yo, is this guy drunk right now, bro? Like, fucking hell. But yeah, now that's the negatives out of the way. Onto the more positive side of things. There were some very good performances, I thought. Especially, I thought the stand-up performance for me was Trey Nyoni. He was incredible. Maybe not incredible, but he was very good when he came on still. He looked more composed on the ball than someone like an Endo, who's an experienced professional. He was just popping it off 1-2, playing balls through the lines as well, which I think Arne Slot mentioned in the post-match presser. So yeah, he was good. Happy with his performances. I thought Shimikas actually played quite well yesterday as well. He looked quite comfortable on that left-hand side. There was a moment where he broke through. I think he beat a player, gave him like a little body feint. Couldn't quite get the final ball in, but yeah, I thought he was impressive yesterday. Connor Bradley as well was amazing. I thought Connor Bradley was very good. So both our wing backs I thought were pretty good. And I saw some people saying they were inverting. I didn't quite see them inverting. I did see them making underlapping runs sometimes, but it wasn't quite.
Yeah. I wouldn't have called it inverting.
I saw like underlapping, and overlapping runs, which was quite good. And hopefully when Trent comes back, he gets back to doing the overlapping run stuff as well, because that's when we saw him at his best, if we're being honest. But to be fair, if Bradley keeps playing like that, Trent, it won't be easy for Trent to secure that position. I'll be honest.
Hey, all of a sudden that move to Madrid starts looking a bit.
Yeah. And listen, don't worry, I'll be running the narrative that you got to run out the club back on a Bradley. Don't you worry about that, Trent. Don't you worry about that, Trent, my boy. I thought Morton looked alright when he came on as well. And also Ben Dope beat his man a couple times, man. When he came on as well, he did look sharp. Kelleher, we not just mentioned Kelleher in the chat being slow on the ball. Do you know what? Because Yaros was doing it as well when he came on. So I do feel like it's a tactic to try and draw on the attackers and then create that space. Because I noticed that as well. I was like, Kelleher, man, you're taking kind of long on the ball. Like, like you're taking very long, but then it looked deliberate because it kept on happening, even in the second half. So if Slot didn't want that to happen, then surely he would have had a word with the keepers and be like, yo, move it quicker. So I feel like maybe that is a deliberate tactic. The first like 10 to 15 minutes of the game, though, I was like, yo, these players don't really look comfortable on the ball. I just think it took them a little bit of time to get used to like popping it about. And actually, I'd argue that the youngsters kind of popped it a little bit better than some of the youngsters popped it a little bit better than
They always seem to. They always seem to play like look better for some weird reason.
Like when Morton and Nyoni came on, and even Betis had his moments. I know he lost his ball, the ball. So man said his ball. Hey, sorry, I lost it.
It's early morning, man. I'll give you the black.
Yeah. I know he lost the ball a few times, but you still saw moments where you're like, oh yeah. But that's the Betis we know, where he just like on the half turn, and obviously a few times he lost the ball, but that's to be expected. Bit rusty. But all in all, man, I thought the performance was good. Good goal from Szoboszlai as well. Good to see him getting on the score sheet, to be fair. Very good finish. Good 1-2 with Mo as well. Who else was there? Carvalho.
That one was a little bit techie still. Yeah. That one was techie still.
Carvalho didn't really like impress.
He didn't show me. He didn't show me the reason why we should keep him. But
that's
only one game or however many minutes he plays. I'm not going to get on to anybody, to be honest.
Yeah, Carvalho was a bit indifferent for me. Like, just didn't really notice him too tough. I thought Elliot as well. He floated around. He had like this. Oh, that's the other thing. Yeah, so we played with 2 10s, and it was good because we haven't seen that before. I know Slot said he's not going to use that during the season, but it goes to show that he's thinking, right, okay, I don't have a striker. What am I going to do? If that was Klopp now, we know that that's probably not happening. We ain't playing with 2 10s. He's just going to put a square peg in a round hole up top. So it's good to see that Arnie's adapting to the players that he has instead of just trying to fit them into a system that might not benefit them. So very encouraging signs. Obviously, we conceded a few chances. Real Betis are a decent side. They've got a decent manager, Pellegrini. So it's to be expected. They're going to have their moments as well. But I thought for the most part, we controlled the game and we looked pretty comfortable, man.
Yeah, man. And as you say, man, it's like, so I'm going to get on to one thing that you mentioned there in terms of the way that we were kind of set up. But obviously, Real Betis is still like, it's not bums. You know what I mean? It's not like man's playing Wrexham or something like Chelsea did the other day, where you're like, right, these men are really not that good. So you should just be kind of, blowing them off the park kind of thing. So, and obviously he didn't have certain players there. So you can only imagine what it potentially might look like with McAllister in there, as opposed to, I don't know, whoever else, Trent obviously coming in, Van Dijk, Konate potentially. I don't know who the left back's going to be at this rate because Robertson's obviously injured, but other players, potentially molded in there. As you mentioned before, we didn't play with a striker in the game. He spoke about that at the end. Obviously, he said we will play with a number 9, this season. So I'm sitting there thinking, okay, cool. I'll be very intrigued to see what. Obviously, from what it looked like. Obviously, you guys can see the average positions of the game yesterday. As you guys can see, there isn't a number 9 at all. Like, there's no one in a striker position outside of the fact that Salah is the furthest forward. That's it. But that's normal. We always see Salah furthest forward on that right hand side, kind of doing his thing. And as you mentioned, he's kind of playing with those 2 10s, which was Szoboszlai and Harvey Elliott. Now, in terms of like our build-up play, you mentioned there, obviously, or whoever mentioned about the way that Keller was passing out, kind of slow from the back. So I'll start off with the negative, and then we'll go on to the positive. The negative I found with that, and this is where I say, maybe when the first team guys come back, like the Trents, like the Van Dijks, that quality will just look a bit better. And if you get a number 6 who's obviously better than Endo, comfortable on the ball, he'll look better. It's because every time I felt like I was playing it out the back, obviously I get it. You draw the players in, you pop it around, no problem. Ends mentioned something before, and we were speaking about this before, about you never know. You see what he's trying to do there. You might start looking at like, and I'm not saying Ali's going to leave people. Again, this is just one game. This is just my observation of that one game. You're going to need a comfortable keeper, like a real comfortable keeper on the ball. Like, it can't be someone who even when they dilly-dally, don't even look really too comfortable. It needs to be someone, basically, you're going to need like an Edison, effectively, in goal. Because you're going to need someone who, yes, is a decent goalkeeper, whatever, but is so comfortable on the ball that when you're doing all of this passing out from the back stuff, he don't look phased. He look like another player on the pitch. That's going to be very interesting. Obviously, I know Ali's going to be the number 1, so I'm not saying he's going to leave. But that's just interesting to continue to watch that space for the next couple of years, like how that kind of, materializes. But obviously, the build-up play, that was the only thing, is the passing out from the back. I just weren't comfortable with it, with the players that we had. I felt like at times, Seth lost the ball a couple of times. Obviously, Endo losing the ball. Like, as you say, it just didn't look comfortable. But once we got past that, and we got into the midfield to the attack, you could see the players, obviously with no striker, we need players to, drop in. So Szoboszlai, you need to start moving around. Harvey Elliott, you need to start floating around, kind of thing. Carvalho, obviously, on that kind of left-hand kind of side. You guys can see there. Again, it was more like 3 number 10s, really and truly, if I'm being honest. But I like the kind of movement that they did have in those forward areas. And then you've got Connor Bradley, who's then pushing up, helping out alongside Szoboszlai. That 3 right there, you can see those 3 were connecting well enough to give us the opportunities, to then move forward. But when we're looking at that, do you think it would, obviously, probably yes, but do you think with the senior players missing out in terms of when we're looking at the defense, is that something that you think, okay, that build-up play will look a little bit better and will be better once we have those players back and potentially a new number 6?
Yeah, definitely. As I was watching the game, I was thinking, okay, I know they look a bit shaky now, but obviously if we replace these, because even Konzo was looking kind of shaky, to be honest. Some of his touches weren't great. Maybe you could even argue maybe Sepp even kind of outperformed me yesterday. Not by a massive amount, but
I can hear that.
Sepp looked all right, to be honest. But yeah, no, if we replace, I mean, Konza might stay, but if we replace, let's just say we replace Konza and Sepp with Kanai and DVD, or even if you want to keep Konza in there for argument's sake, I think we'll look a lot better just for having VVD's presence there as well. We know he's comfortable on the ball. Hopefully he can command the defense as well. Even Trent at right back as well. You might see an improvement. Honestly, in this kind of a system, though, I don't know who would be better between a Shimmercats and a Robertson. I'm not entirely sure.
I hear.
I'm not entirely sure because, like I said, I think I mentioned this yesterday on your stream as well. If we are going to move to this technical-based system, then, in my opinion, Shimmercats is a more technical footballer than Andrew Robertson. So we'll see how that goes. But yeah, definitely, I think we will look more comfortable with, and not only the defense, also the CDM. We need. I don't think Endo can be there. Even if you put a Mac there, I'm more open to putting a Mac there now. If we're going to move to this technical system, I know that's probably not what a lot of people want to hear. But I'm saying if we don't sign a DM, I'd be open to doing that just because we need someone comfortable on the ball, man. We can't be having Endo there just losing the ball every 2 seconds, bro. It's just counterproductive. It's very counterproductive. Even CJ, I wasn't too impressed with him in the CDM position, man. Same. I know he didn't replace CDM, but when he dropped into those positions, I was just like, nah, man.
That double pivot type.
The double pivot type of thing. I was like, nah, I'm not really feeling this. And actually, where did Curtis Jones play in the youth team? He wasn't actually a centre midfielder, was he?
No, bro, he was a left winger / attacking midfielder.
Yeah, man, that's what I'm saying. So when I'm looking at Curtis Jones now, I'm just thinking, is this guy really a centre midfielder? Like, it's like,
I don't think. I feel like with someone like CJ, obviously remember because he's been molded by Klopp this whole time. That's just what he is now, which is that like number 8 on that left-hand side, and I almost feel like he had to have played a Coutinho kind of position where you're on the wing but not on the wing. You know what I mean? Like you're in midfield, but you're not really in midfield. Like you're in between those. Basically, what Elliot tries to do on that right-hand side. So he needed to do that role, and I feel like that role was more suited to him because of his ability. He's got technical ability, we know that. But as you mentioned before, Donny there's still this. I get it because he's good at retaining possession, but it's almost like there's a time and a place. I do need to move the ball a bit quicker than that, though. I feel like at times you're moving a bit too slow, and I'm like, I get it, but there are times when you could just move it quicker, and we can actually get further. We could actually start breaking because we've got the players obviously moving in front, but. Obviously, that's just more of a wait and see. Big up everyone in the chat, by the way. Again, man, make sure you guys are smashing the like this morning. Big up Andy saying Alisson is very composed on the ball, but he's not that good on the ball though. That's what I say about Ali. I don't rate Ali that highly when I talk about play. Like goalkeepers on the ball, Ali's not one that I talk about like in good light, and he showed me enough times that he's not that comfortable in possession. Angel saying Bradley is good. We're going to talk about Trey in a sec. Looks a baller, nice goal from Dom. Yep, I agree. I like this new style of play. Can't wait for the new season. Big up Anfield Road ends. We know it was nice to not see long ball every few times, but it did seem that players are willing to go along with the short pass rather than a longer, safer pass. Yeah, I agree. I totally. That first half, anyway. Second half, it was boring. I did not enjoy it. I started falling asleep. It was kind of dead. But that first half, for what we saw, which is probably what I expected anyway, because it's the first preseason game out there. There was more positives than negatives, I'll tell you that much. And you guys already know that's hard for me to say as it is for Liverpool. Angel, seriously, I'd start Bradley at right back. Boy, Trent's gonna have to have that conversation when he comes back. But you never know. Man might even put Trent in that DM position.
True.
Because it looks like obviously, and we'll talk about Endo now. Actually, let me get his heat back up. Like, obviously, look, I don't want to crash it on anybody like that because it's just one preseason game, and who knows what that's going to look like later on when players get more used, to the system and stuff like that. Yeah. But when I was watching, man, I was just like, brother, Endo, man, like I can see your type of skill set in terms of he wants to be like it worked in a Klopp system. I can see that. Like based off of this one half, I could see that. Okay. In a Klopp system where it's all about intensity, I need you to be a rat in the middle and you seem to like that because you can get about, you get your fouls and stuff like that. In this system where man are saying, okay, I need you to still be defensively solid in the, so to speak, but I need to play football. Now I'm starting to see the quality and I'm like, oh brother, you can't really play football like that though.
That was scary, That was actually scary, that performance from Endo. Like I think he lost the ball in like the first 5 minutes. And then
literally.
Someone messaged me like Endo's having a shock. I was like, relax, bro. It's one bad pass. And he done it again. I kept my mouth shut. I was like, okay, it's good over.
Bro, it's actually big up honesty. Does anyone know? From what I saw this morning, just before I came online, they're waiting to see the extent of that injury. Of course, honestly, you're the guy with the news, man. So if anything pops up in the next like half an hour, please do let us know in the chat, my bro, man. Much love. Morton is slick with it, nice half turn. But yeah, it'll be interesting. I genuinely big up Philip, man, big up. I said the other guy, bro. Don't call him the other guy, Nah, this is the second time now. This is the second time on streams, bro. No. We got listen. Any,
bro, man. Man. Big up though, man.
Nah, man, big up. But it's gonna be so interesting to see that number 6 position because I just think that you could just tell from the way that it looks like Slot wants to play. You're going to need a number. And listen, by the way, guys, I'm not saying that's an easy thing to think about. Like, I don't know. Off the top of my head, I don't really know too many sixers who can just do that job that you're trying to ask man to do, which is I need to be comfortable on the ball, but I need to be defensively. So basically, really and truly, you're looking at like the Rodris and Declan Rices and Chouamani's of this kind of world where you're like, okay, these guys can do both facets of the game. You kind of need that. And obviously, I don't know what that player looks like. I'd have to go do some research to know if there's a player out there for Liverpool. But that is definitely an area I think Liverpool, will need to look at. I also think as good as Tsimikas was yesterday, I would still be looking at, because you want a more possession-based kind of game, maybe you do look at that left-back slot and say, hey, maybe we look at that and we potentially get someone who is a bit more comfortable on the ball. And when we then want to slot into that kind of three at the back, he can obviously just slot in there, no problems. And then we can kind of go from there. Let's move on to let's just talk about him because I know everybody's gonna chat about this kid, man. Trey turned 17 not too long ago. That was a good performance, man. that was a good performance. When he come on for Jones, at first I was like, oh, right, okay, cool. Let's see kind of what he was going to do. But the second he came on and he got that ball first, and they gave him the ball just to, you just give man touches. You're like, oh, you take the ball, just, pass it off. Okay, cool, whatever. Took no notice of it. He just seemed like he was taking authority though. In the middle of the park, in terms of, even for the goal, it was his pre-assist that allowed for Mo Salah to then obviously slot it into Dominik Szoboszlai, but it was because of him driving forward. He just looked comfortable in possession. Obviously, I know you look at his kind of frame immediately, but I take you back to, I know about Busquets. Busquets had the same kind of frame, I'm not saying, by the way, I'm not going over the top. I'm not saying I don't think he'll ever even be that kind of level anyway. But I'm saying when you look at that kind of frame, there is a space for you somewhere on the pitch to do what you do best, and that is evading players. He's good at doing that. This guy don't look like he was getting touched at all. Sometimes, even if it's just a little drop of the shoulder, even if it was just like little things, that he was doing where he was looking around, scanning around, trying to see where's the best position for me to take this ball and then move it on, or let me pile on and drive forward or pop it into someone or get it out to the wings or even just play it back safe and stuff like that. You can see he has that kind of intelligence, man. And obviously I just thought that was just more when he was in the under 18s and 21s and stuff like that. I thought, okay, yeah, you look good there. Seen him here, seen him last night. Definitely, man. What do you think about him moving forward, man? You want to see more of him this preseason? Yeah,
100%, man. I thought that was a brilliant performance. Even the fact that he got the nod ahead of players like Tyler Morton and Bajcetic when those are more senior players, only slightly. I mean, it just goes to show maybe how highly Arne Slot thinks of him. And you know how I was saying Curtis Jones to me doesn't really look like a midfielder. This guy came on instantly. You could tell, okay, this guy's a midfielder. Like he's been brought up as a mid. You could just tell like he releases the ball at the right times, fizzing balls through the lines, trying to make stuff happen. He was even sweeping things up sometimes. Good in tight situations. There was a couple times he just gave man the hips, and that was just like, hey yo, like damn. Just giving man the hips and gliding past man, and then releasing it at the right time as well. Like you weren't holding on to the ball thinking, look at me. He's like, no.
Do you just before you continue, yeah? Do you think that's like the difference between, and obviously again, people just so you understand, I know someone might tune in and be like, what did this brother just say?
Yeah.
You see the difference between, say, a Trey and Nyoni, who's been, as you say, brought up as a central midfielder, understands the role and stuff like that. You see the difference between, like, say, him and a Trent, where Trent doesn't really understand those little things that you're mentioning. All those things, I don't feel like Trent has that. Because obviously he's been playing right back, of course, since he's come into the first team. I know he did that in the youth, but since he's been in the first team, he's a right back. So he's only learned to play in that position. So when he comes into midfield, I'm not seeing that. The little things that Trey was doing, I'm like, Trent ain't doing that because that's not his game. But go on.
No. I 100% agree with you. Like when Trent goes, like a lot of people, I don't think they see the little things. Like so when Trent goes when Trent goes into midfield, they're like, oh no, I thought he played all right. But they don't see that sometimes he's shying away from the ball. He doesn't want to pick up the ball in certain areas as where a midfielder should. He doesn't like position his body right so that he can be on a half turn where a comfortable midfielder would do that. So they don't really see that things. They just think, okay, I think Trent played all right. I'm just like, nah, man, he wasn't really showing himself. But let me not pile on Trent in it. But
of course, no.
But Nyoni, man, just like you were saying, the little things were just amazing, man. Just the touches, the ability to. For me, he's got it. He's got it all. He's got everything that a midfielder should have. It's just about, will he reach his potential? Now I know it's only one preseason game, but there was hype around his name before this. So obviously he's a talented kid. And like I said, him getting a nod ahead of Bajcetic and Tyler Morton, for me, I think maybe he might be in Arne Slot's plans this season. Maybe a couple games in the Cup, Carabao Cup. But he even Tyler Morton. I thought the partnership between him and Tyler Morton was looking better than Endo and Curtis Jones. I was like, when
100%,
bro,
100%.
I saw better passing from those two than Endo and Stefan Bajcetic, and I was just like, yo, how is this possible, bro? These men are supposed to be our senior players. Like, it's not really making sense. Like,
but it is though. But when you think about it, it kind of is when you deep it, because again, remember, like I said, bun the kick and run thing in this whole whatever Klopp was on that. Like, you see all of that. That's all that ugly football. I ain't trying to see it anymore. Now you start telling man, yo, let's ball out now. Let's actually play some football. Obviously, don't get twisted. Man still has to mix in, like I said the other day on the stream. There's still some principles that Klopp was doing that I'm like, nah, you need to keep that. Like the level of intensity, I still want you to keep it because you need it for like kind of what you're trying to do anyway. So you can keep that. I'm just talking more about when you're on the ball though. It can't just be long balls and just kick it forward and then hope that Salah or someone runs on. No. I need to see that intricate play because you have I've said it 100 times. You have the players to play football. It's almost like we didn't. I don't know. Like obviously Klopp's Klopp, and that's just his thing. But now anyway, he's gone. When you look at Slot, you can tell when even Kwanzaa after the game when he was doing the interview with the LFC TV or whatever. By the way, their commentators are flipping dry as hell, bro.
Bro, I had that shit on silent, bro.
I should have just put music on or something in the background. that was just poor, man. But yeah, when he was talking after the game, he even mentioned like there's things in terms of on the ball. Those are little differences between, say, like this style of play and the previous style of play, that he was obviously privy to last season. And you can see it in the way that Liverpool are building up in certain aspects, they're popping it around and stuff like that. And again, when certain players come back, it's going to be interesting. But when we are talking about Trey, and I'm going to call him Trey, I'm going to call him Nyoni, man. When we talk about Trey, like, I feel like he's 17. This is only one half. So, of course, I'm not trying to go over the top. Because he's not going to start in the Premier League. I don't think he's good enough to start anywhere. Obviously, there's players ahead of him, at this current moment in time. It's going to be interesting, though. If he keeps this going throughout the whole preseason and keeps impressing like he did last night. And guys, by the way, we all know every player, they're going to have a bad moment. There's going to be a game where you're like, oh, Trey, but we need you off the pitch, whatever, cool. That will come later on. what we've seen so far and what we know of Trey, I'm intrigued to see what they do with that type of player. Because as I said, he only just turned 17. And I feel like he's got performances like this in his locker all the time. I feel like he can probably, do these kind of performances on a more regular basis. But do you then just put that straight in? Do you get what I'm trying to say? And then what you also don't want is to stunt development. So do you then just say, oh, you know what? We'll put you out on loan to Lyon or Lille as an example, just a wild example. Like, and that's a physical league, by the way. We put you out on loan to one of them kind of teams so you can just, ball out. Or La Liga. La Liga seemed like a league that would be perfect for someone like him who likes to play football. Put him out there, let him develop for a year, go to Getafe or whoever, see what one. Obviously, when you get back, I'm going to watch that. I think you guys should watch that space with someone like Trey. I think that one's going to be mad interesting to see what they do. But obviously, on the flip side, he might just keep impressing so much where Slot just says, nah, I'm keeping you here, bro. Like, you might just be a sub for me at the beginning. And then there could be a game, someone gets injured. You know what, Trey, you start today. Let's see how you do from the beginning of the game against whoever, Leicester City, as an example. And then, just take it from there. But obviously, we'll wait and see, man. What about Dominik Szoboszlai, man? How did you find his performance?
It was definitely better than what we saw towards the end of last season. It's still just his passing that just pisses me off sometimes. He makes lazy passes, isn't it? I'm just like, brother, can you think about what you're doing? Like, you're just passing the ball to the opposition, and it's just like you're not thinking sometimes. But obviously, he scored his goal. That was actually a good goal. 1-2 with Salah, very good finish. And obviously, he played a bit further forward, which suits him a bit more. He can get closer to goal and try and make things happen in terms of assisting and getting his goals, which he done yesterday. But there's encouraging signs that he could definitely turn things around and have a better season this season. But I still want to see him just take more care in possession with the ball sometimes, especially in the final third areas. It's just like he just kicks it and just like hopes it goes to one of our players. And there's one specific moment I was referring to where he ended up getting the ball back anyway, but he just passed. He was like running down almost on that half space on the right, passed it to the left, straight to the Real Betis player. Luckily, the ball came back to him and he managed to get it back to, I can't remember who it was on his left, but Carvalho ended up getting the ball cut inside and shot straight to the keeper. But it's just like, take a bit more care on the ball, Szoboszlai, and you could be like a very, very good player, man. It's just like, makes passes without thinking sometimes. But we know he's got the ability to be a very good player. It's just about, I think it's a mindset thing. I think he's just a bit nonchalant sometimes. I just want to see him show a bit more desire to try and make things happen. But encouraging signs and a very good finish from him. So good signs, man.
Yeah, no, I kind of agree with that. I did think though, like up until the goal, I said it, and big up Jimbo if you're watching this morning, bro. That we was chatting last night about the game, and I said I can't lie, I didn't even know he was still on I didn't even know he started at that point because I was like, right, like Szoboszlai. I was like, oh shit, yeah, he is playing. Like I felt like he was him and Elliot. In my opinion, I just didn't feel at the beginning anyway, just up until like more or less kind of up until the goal. That's when we started to build. I just felt like they were just kind of, because it was almost those like false nines that he was kind of playing with. It almost just felt like they weren't there. So they were picking up the ball maybe every now and again. Elliot more so picking up the ball, every now and again. I just felt like with Szoboszlai, it was almost like maybe you're just adjusting at the beginning, obviously, but you almost didn't know what you had to do. Like you were just running around, and that's why you just looked like any other player on the pitch. That's why I didn't even know that you was even playing, kind of thing. So at first, that was my feeling anyway. Until the goal, that's when I felt like it was almost like maybe it gave him a bit more of a boost because then he just started getting more comfortable. He's trying to get on the ball more. He is trying to obviously play those triangles with Salah and Connor Bradley as well. So I was like, okay, cool. You know what? Fair enough. You know what I mean? He's maybe it's just about, of course, getting into the rhythm. He's only just come back from his holiday and etc. etc. So, I totally get it, kind of thing. But yeah, that again, that's another thing. We're gonna play with a number 9. So again, I'm just more intrigued to see, obviously, throughout preseason how this continues to develop in terms of what does it now look like when instead of you playing with 2 10s or false 9s, whatever you want to call them, you're now going to have a Luis Diaz or Gakpo on the left, Nunes up front or Jota, and then Salah on the right, where it's more conventional. What then happens in that situation in terms of for the rest of the team? Because obviously before, where you got no striker, everyone can move around. When you have got a striker, not everyone's going to move around. Like You don't really want to see Nunes popping up on the right wing and stuff like that, bro. Get in the box, because there were situations. I said it yesterday. There were times where you could tell we had no striker because no one's in the box. So we're getting to the byline or we're getting to the edge of the box, but there's no striker making that striker's instinct kind of run, or there's no striker running off the shoulder. There's no one there because obviously it's all Carvalho, Elliott, and these men are all trying to get the ball to feet. So we're then trying to move the ball around, which is absolutely fine. But you do need that striker who's got that instinct to know, yo, I need to be in this position because he might cut the ball across or whatever the case may be, kind of thing. So again, I'm just intrigued to see what that looks like, moving forward. But obviously, listen, man, it seems like it's going to be a very it's going to be better in terms of on the ball. That's what I will say in regards to that.
Even
go on.
I was going to say quickly, because I don't think we mentioned defensively. Defensively, to be fair, we looked a lot more resilient. There was more structure defensively. Like, we didn't see that chance that we always. I mean, we did in the second half, but that's probably the only time where it's just one splitting ball through the defensive line. Yeah, we didn't really see that happen too many times. Whereas last season, obviously, we saw that pretty much every single game. Within like the first 10 minutes, a team was playing the ball over our back line and getting in on goal. So we didn't really see that too many times, which was definitely encouraging. Like I said, it happened once in the second half, but the youngsters were on, so that's to be expected. But defensively, I think we did look better as well, a bit more structured.
No, I agree. I was going to get onto that in a bit, but I agree. In regards to the defense, I think, when we were like anytime we lost the ball, that's when I was noticing it more, because I said, okay, let's see the positions, or like even Salah was even coming back at times. That's how I knew it was a bit mad. But every time we lost the ball, I kept thinking, all right, this is where I want to see you. Like, this is where I want to see your tactics really differ from, say, someone like a Klopp, because anytime we lost the ball on the Klopp, as Andy said, bro, man's just got like a gap. Like it come like Amsterdam red light this year. It's kind of brazy. Like, and I never really, you just don't like it, because you just know that all it takes is someone to just hit that one chance and then you're pissed, kind of thing, for the rest of the game. But in this one, the players didn't, like, every time we lost or anytime we lost it, they kind of just stayed in their positions, which was good. And that's what I wanted to, that's what I always want to see is, bro, just stay there. Like, you don't, like, not everyone has to keep bombing forward. Like, I don't need 10 man forward in an attack. Like, it doesn't take 10 man to score a goal. Like, but I need you to all be able to get back, or be at least in position to get back. That's why I do believe, and I'm sorry, Endo, you're going to need a better DM than that, who's just a bit more savvy with it. I don't know who, again, like I said, I don't know who that's going to be. Like, I know people are saying potentially Gravenberch, maybe, but even then, I don't know. Like, I'd have to see it first to really understand how that would kind of work out. But you're gonna need someone in there who is just protecting that back four. He isn't going anywhere. He's gonna just chill in front of that back four, and he's just here to do the small stuff. Just pop it off and go, and that's it. Your job is done. You've done your job. You're just here really just showing for the ball if someone might need it, and that is it. But we're getting you the ball, because there was times when Keller, when we're trying to build from the back, he's trying to pop it into that defensive midfielder, obviously Endo, and then he might lose it. That puts the defense in pressure straight away, bro. Like, now man's running back to his goal, set Van der Vaart trying to, bro, it's all long. Don't you know what I mean? Like, we need something a little bit better. But and he's right. Defensively, I did think Liverpool looked better anyway. Now, Carvalho, he's the last player I wanted to really touch on, man. Obviously, spoke a little bit about him before. Bro, I feel sorry for him, because he's been talking about, listen, I'm a number 10. We've all been gassing it up. They're saying, yo, Slot's going to maybe play over number 10, like Carvalho. This might be his opportunity to shine. Man just played in that left wing basically for the entirety of his game, and he was nowhere. Big up, honestly, because he just looked lost, like at times, and he looked frustrated. I see him when there was like the ball's not getting to man's like, I can see it straight away, bro. Like, what do you think in regards to like someone like him, man?
Yeah, no, you see that frustration thing though, man. I was just like, don't always show your frustration. I hear it. You want to get on the ball, bro. But bro, it's been like 20 minutes. I saw man doing it like 10 minutes or 10 or 20 minutes into the game. I'm like, brother, relax, bro. Like, it looked like guy, chill, man. Just like, yeah, man. But his performance, you could tell, or I could tell that, like you were saying, he was frustrated. So there were moments where he'd get the ball, like, and because he hadn't had the ball for a while, he started doing like ball rolls and stuff, and I'm like, brother, no one's near you, brother. Just move the ball. Man's doing ball rolls and doing all cutbacks and that just to show. Like, Arnie, are you looking? Yeah, Arnie, are you watching? I'm like, bro.
Like when a child is like, hey, daddy, look, like they're gonna show you something dumb. I'm like, bro, why are you showing me this?
Brother, man, I just moved the ball. There's one time we could have just passed inside quick. Donny just done a ball roll, cut back and lost the ball. I said, no, you're taking the piss. You're taking the piss. It's just about having that football intelligence sometimes, isn't it? But yeah, man, wasn't too impressed with his performance, honestly. It was a bit indifferent. I can't really say he was particularly bad, or I can't really say he was particularly good. It was just like you were just there, and like, I mean, you were there, but we didn't really see you at times. He did have that one time where he cut in on his right foot. The shot was pretty tame though.
I remember.
Yeah,
I remember thinking, oh, this like that move was kind of good. I was like, okay, you used my man on the left as a dummy, and then you cut in. All right, fair. But then
shot was tame. Shot was tame, man. But yeah, not really impressed by his performance. I don't think. I'm not sure whether he'll be near the first team or not. I'm not sure whether he'll still be with us this season. I don't know if he'll be put in the shop window or not. But based on that performance, I can't really see him getting too many games, especially not on the left wing. And obviously, it looks like if we are going to play with a 10, it looks like he's third, or he's at least third, or maybe even lower down in the pecking order. Because if we just played with 2 10s and Szoboszlai and Elliott were those 2 10s, well, obviously, Arne Slot doesn't really see him that high in the pecking order in terms of the 10s. So he's not really high in the pecking order of left wingers, and he's not really high in the pecking order of 10s at the moment. So where does he really fit in? I don't know.
That's my only problem, man. With someone like Carvalho, because I do think he's a player that needs to play behind a striker, because I feel like he can link up well with a striker when you just give him that role of you might even be the presser at times for the striker, so that he can obviously then get into position. When you get the ball, the striker knows instantly, I need to make that run straight off the rip. Like him and Mitrovic, that relationship was always so good, because Mitrovic always knew when Carvalho gets the ball, I need to be in this position, bro. That's why it always, but you see them assisting each other all the time, bro. Mitrovic might be the muscle, but he's the guy. All right, you make that run in behind me. Trust me, I'll get the ball to you at some point in time. That's why I think, it is going to be, it's funny. Like when I was watching him, I was just like, I just get busted up. I just kept thinking, brother, why are you so angry? Like, just chill, bro. Like,
he's angry, bro.
Yeah, man. I'm like, bro, like I get like you're moving as if like you're the baller in the team, and man are not passing you the ball, and you're getting frustrated because they're doing something dumb. I'm like, trust me when I tell you, you're like way down the list of that man's thinking about, and not even to disrespect him, but you are like way down that list. But more importantly, remember, this is your time to show people. Now, obviously, I get it. Obviously, when we're looking at it on the face of it, there is other players ahead of you and stuff like that. And obviously, maybe when the Cody Gakpos and the Luis Diaz's, when they come back, maybe Slot will then say, okay, let's try you in that number 10 because I've got Diaz and Gakpo back and stuff like that. So obviously, I'm not trying to crash on it. He's still got time in preseason to show it. But as Eni said, I'm kind of like, ish. Maybe in preseason you can show what you can do, and you're gonna need to ball out 10 out of 10 performance because you are way down the list anyway. So now what do you want to do? Do you want to just be another bench guy for the season and just hope that you can get games here and there, or are you saying let's go out on loan and just play a bit more football and then maybe come back when you've developed a bit more? Because I'm still seeing little bits in his game where I'm like, brother, this ain't the championship, like the quality is a bit better than that. I'm trying to like players are like Real Betis are a lot smarter than players in the championship, bro. So you're going to need to understand that the positions that you take up at times, you're going to need to understand that. And again, obviously, move from there. Here I am telling a professional football player where they should be and where they shouldn't be, man. But it is what it is. Big up Philippe. That first, I had to start this. The first half, G was smiling like he never smiled before. Under Klopp, LSE playing football. Hipster G loves. Hey, the fact that everybody is saying they like the football proves the point of what I kept saying to everybody before about, bro, I promise you, when you start seeing good football with some of these players, you'll just think, rah, I didn't even know, bro. We've had the players to do that, man, and we don't even have the McAllisters back from back into preseason yet. The Jotters to slot into that. Imagine Jota played yesterday. I would have loved to have seen that. With the players in behind. Like, how would that link up would have been? Like, bro, there's players in the team, man. It's just about utilizing them at best. Do you get what I'm trying to say? Like, there wasn't all of this. Like, man wasn't really, other than like maybe Szoboszlai at first, but it changed later on. The the team weren't just running around for running around's sake. Like, I didn't feel like we were just trying to press here and that. And bro, it was a bit more controlled, man. And that's what I just prefer that kind of football. Obviously, I don't know what that leads to, but I do just prefer that kind of football. Big up YouTube name. Slot mentioned Dominik Elliott as 10, so that doesn't sound good for Carvalho's future in that position, 100%. Honestly, Szoboszlai, Elliott, Matt 10, all can play in the 10. He is 4th choice. Eesh. A bit of a mad thing. Big up Strasbourg Steve. Guys, make sure you head on over to his channel and subscribe, please. Defensively, Yao was solid. In my opinion, it's underrated about Slot. Yeah, and you mentioned that, man, 100%. I felt like we did look a bit more. And again, by the way, people, because for all I know, we lose 4-0 to Arsenal later on in this preseason. So I'm not trying to get too overgassed. But if we're just analyzing this game, there were very good things about the performance where you can say, okay, once Liverpool get certain players back, potentially make some signings, you can see there is a plan there. And I think that for me is more key than anything. Can we see the style of play? Because I watched Marseille the other day and ended up losing the game, which is funny. But you can see from that first game, De Zerbi's already got his imprint on the team. You could just see it from the rip. That's what I want to see from Liverpool. And I felt like in that first half, at least I can say I saw that at the bare minimum, kind of thing. Hollywood Rock Klopp, football stagnated in 2022. Man, he stagnated for years longer than that. Felipe, it's actually a great brand of football, and you have the quality of talent across the team to win trophies with this system. Scary hours. Let's hope so, my bro. Jota might start versus Arsenal. Wait, so who have we got next? Do you know?
Arsenal. We got Arsenal.
Oh, it is Arsenal next. Oh,
we got Arsenal then United.
I thought it was Man United. I thought it was the other way around.
Yeah.
Dexter saying, please, no Nunes as our striker. Brother, he's staying, man. Trust. Must feel good not to give up 19 chances per game and playing like half your squad was on coke. The thing is, they had 7 shots in the game. We had 9. So, and I know most probably came in that second half more than anything where we made those changes. So again, just for the time being, I do just need to see what it looks like with that first squad. I think there's a game against Sevilla at Anfield just before our first fixture of the season. That's where I think obviously he's going to play like the first team anyway in that game. Let's see what that looks like in terms of the way we might give up chances and stuff like that. That will give us a better indication. Big up Fritz. How different is Slot's style from Klopp's? I think it's just more in possession. What do you think?
More in possession, yeah. Like you're saying, it's definitely more controlled. We're looking to keep the ball more. And not be as direct. Like, I didn't see too many long balls. Like, I mean, I know a couple of the main people who are culprits for that, like Virgil van Dijk and Trent, weren't really playing, but I didn't really see too many like long diags and stuff like that. Only at the right times. It wasn't really just forcing it. We were trying to play at the back a bit more. And obviously we saw I know that's Bradley's game anyway, but we did see the overlapping and underlapping fullbacks as well. And obviously it's hard to say because Arne Slot's even said he's not going to use this formation when we get our full team anyway. So we're not going to be using 2 10s. So it's hard to make a sort of definite decision on what the style of play is going to be like here. But we saw it was a bit more fluid. There's a bit more shorter passes and stuff like that. But it'll be good to see how we play when we get our full team back as well, man.
No, that's true. What's that message? Hollywood Rock, 21-22 season, 92 points. Champions League final, cup double, won. It worked then. Yeah, but the football weren't popping at all, man.
I'd say for at least 2 years, man. For at least 2 years, I haven't enjoyed football, man.
That tells you everything you need to know, people.
Yeah.
YouTube and you're right. Yeah, positioning out of possession. Yep, that was another thing as well. As Annie mentioned before about Liverpool defensively, it just didn't look so open. Yes, obviously we gave up the chance, like a couple of. They only had one big chance, but in terms of they were having shots and stuff like that, it wasn't really through. Obviously, because they only had that one big chance. It wasn't the fact that we was so open that they were just getting fruit in on goal. It was just more snapshots. I remember there was one that they had at the back post. I think a couple of them. It was more snapshots more than anything, as opposed to bloody hell, man. This is constantly getting cut open and stuff like that. Like, where's the blend?
Yeah, there was that one time where Harvey Elliott almost killed Yaros. I know Yaros wanted to smack him. Did you see that?
Yeah.
I was like, Harvey, what the fuck are you doing, bro? Like, you could have got man sent off, could have got him injured. I know Yaros gave him the dirty.
It's funny because when the Yaros did that, I remember saying, "Hey, Yaros, be easy in our car." If you start doing stuff like that now, man, now everyone's looking at you. Now everyone's looking at this brother. Like, certain man about, this guy in goal, like, bro, last game, like, kind of crazy. Philippe, it's one of the biggest, if not the biggest club in the world. So if it's here, it's my dream. Sepp Vandenberg comments today. Would you guys keep him or sell him and get someone else?
Well, Sepp Vandenberg, to be honest, man. No. Would I keep him? So who have we got? We got Jogo. So we got Van Dijk, Kanate, Kwanzaa, Gomez, and Vandenberg. As a fifth choice, hey, yeah, I'll keep him. But would he be happy being a fifth choice is the question, because I know he's just had a season playing first team football. He's had a good season from what I've been hearing. I don't know. I don't really watch that league. So it's just about, would he be happy to be a fifth choice or a fourth choice? Maybe he can battle with a Gomez or whoever's, or a Kwanzaa, whoever's that fourth choice centre back. It's just about whether he'd be happy. I'd be happy to keep him. Would he be happy? Is the real question. First
of all, what was jokes yesterday? Another thing just on that is I saw Nat Phillips again. I'm tired of seeing that, brother. I feel sorry for him, bro. Please let him have a career. I beg you, just let this guy go and play football somewhere else and continue his career, because that's a bit deep that we keep keeping him here, but fair enough. Vandenberg, if you kept him as a fifth choice, then cool. Outside of that, nah, I'll just sell him. I would sell, and I would rather buy someone else who is going to challenge the whoever the centre backs, like the main centre backs are, because then at least I feel like then you've got more quality within that, in terms of, I don't feel like Sepp is really gonna challenge anybody like that. I feel like he's more of we got a cup game against Shrewsbury, Sepp Vandenberg's gonna play kind of thing. Like, he ain't coming in any other reason. And as you say, is he gonna be happy with them kind of, man? If Liverpool get knocked out of Carabao Cup third round, there's no cup game until January, FA Cup and that. So,
and there's no Europa League, to be fair, because a lot of the French players got minutes last season in the Europa League, innit? So it won't be the same this season. We're playing Champions League football, so no, exactly.
I ain't trying to see him against fucking Real Madrid and that. Nah, I'm not trying to see that. I ain't trying to see any of that. So it's good. So I would think about selling him for the right price. Obviously, I think Liverpool are quoted to have said, well, not apparently the reports are that we're looking to get 20 million for him. If someone comes in with 20 million, I think he will go anyway. Still, honestly, breaking news: Liverpool fans are losing their damn mind because Trent signed a shirt for a child that was wearing a Madrid shirt. Trent can't do jack before man think he's going Madrid. Yeah, I saw that this morning actually.
Man, that's weird, bro. You don't think that's weird, bro? That's weird. I think that's weird, to be honest.
What, Trent signing the
a Real Madrid shirt? I think that's weird, bro. No one's gonna convince me that's not weird, bro. That's weird.
No, but he was in what's that brother's name, man? The Arsenal. I think is it Craig Shaw? I think that Craig Shaw brother.
Oh, what?
He said that he was in a club.
Yeah, they saw him with Tchouameni and Mbappe and all these other Real Madrid players, and now he's like, bro, that is weird to me, bro. No one's gonna tell me that's not weird, bro. So what? You play for Liverpool, you're signing a Real Madrid shirt, you're also chilling with the Real Madrid players, bro. Like,
why it's so joke is because it's not like it's so joke because remember, man's chilling with all the Real Madrid. Like, he's not even just chilling with say Jude and like a next random brother from another team, and bro, it's all just Real Madrid. Like, so there's no way. At some, and I'm not saying they had to have done it in the club because they're not going to do that. Man's out trying to vibes, but I'm sure at some point certain man are saying, "Bro, this is the lifestyle, like, we could be with us, man, all the time. Look at the love that we're getting in the club. Like, we play for Real Madrid. Like, it's a different kind of energy that you're giving off to man, boy. So that's to me that I thought that was more funny than anything when I saw the whole man's chilling with the whole Real Madrid guy. So I was like, eesh. Like, if you start seeing that too often, he might start thinking, but I'd rather do this. What, sunny Spain? It's always hot over there. Man ain't worried about the rain or being cold. And hey, sometimes you may have to just follow your dreams, man. Yeah, we got Damien. Remember the way Liverpool played. Remember the way Liverpool played last night will be different to what we will end up. Arne Slot has confessed this way not having main strike. Yeah. It's true. And that's what I'm saying. And obviously, it's just more about the encouraging signs. More like I said, like obviously we'll get into. I just saw that flipping comment. We'll get into as the season gets closer, and probably after that Sevilla game, I'll do like my predictions for the season, right? So, and obviously based off whatever we do by then, my expectations are not that high in terms of what I'm expecting of the team because I still think there are two better teams at least than Liverpool this going into next season. So it all really just depends on if I can really believe in the style of play. At the moment, it just looks encouraging. But of course, let's see throughout pre-season if it continues. bro, I'll believe in the style of play. Like I said, that was my main thing when Klopp left. It was all about, can man just see some football? I beg. Like, I'm tired of always talking about, yeah, we're doing this, that, and the other, and it's just ugly to watch sometimes. Like, I just wanted to see a bit more football because I know we've got the players to play. It's not even about just my own preference. We fully got the players. Like, it's not even about, yeah, like I'm trying to play like prime Barcelona. Nah, I know we can actually get ball though. So it's just one of those kind of things. Big up Christian in the building. I feel like slot brand of football is more suitable for league champions than Klopp football. In my opinion, there's an element of sustainability, and you can see it in the tempo from yesterday, but still early days, 100%. Hey, big up Hollywood Rock, bro. Man said he hates Klopp more than 50 Cent hates Ja Rule. I don't have that level of hate, you know. Them men are still sending shots to each other 20 years later, so I don't think I'll be doing that with Klopp still. Philippe, I think you should keep him, to be honest. Talking about Sepp Vandenberg, you need to address a 6 and a left back first. For me, I don't see it as you know, when people talk about like priority, I don't see anything as a priority though, because it's not like we have like a player who's injured and we have no one to play that position where you're like, bro, you need to get someone. I just feel like for me, every position that you feel that we need to buy is always a priority. I don't see it as like you need this first, because what happens is, as we know with Liverpool, they'll sort this position first, whatever that is, leave the other positions that we still need reinforcements in. Then we're all cussing in 6 months' time when we're like, brother, we need a left back, bro. Why didn't we sign a left back in the summer? Blah, blah, blah. Bro, it's because everyone was so focused on signing this number 6 that we just said, we'll just ride it out with, you know, Tsimikas and what's his name, Robertson and Joe Gomez. But if we actually have said, no, let's sort all of these positions out at the same time, then you're not worrying about when you go into the season, you at least can say, bro, we've done everything. That way you can actually come out at the end of a season and say, you know what, bro, we did our best and our best just wasn't good enough. I don't want to be hearing, oh, but we should have signed a 6. Oh, we should have. No, that's just excuses, bro. Like, it can't always be like that. Go on.
Put it this way though. If you had 70 M's, you say you had a budget of 70 M's, what position would you buy? Just say literally, because we might be working under a budget in it. That's why I'm
no, of course.
Because I'm going DM. I'm going after that Endo performance yesterday. I'm going to see DM straight away, man. I can't see that again. Still, I know I was picking him up. It's a bit of a switch. It's a bit of a switch up. But listen, I can't unsee what I saw yesterday. Still, or even this morning, I can't unsee that. Brother couldn't fucking pass the ball, bro. Nah, man.
I don't know, man. You know, I'll keep it a buck. It's not even DM, you know. I feel like I want to see someone else in that position first. Like, I just want to see someone else in that position to know, okay, this is what I need in that position. Yeah. I need this player, but just better, kind of thing. If that, like, I need Gravenberch, but just a better version of him, but like as an example, kind of thing. Or I can just throw Mac in there, whatever. Maybe Mac might even cook in that position for all I know. But okay, I'll lean more towards DM, but I am also thinking about that left back. For some weird reason, I look at left back and I just think, nah, man, I don't know, man. I feel like you can go out and sign if there's a better left back out there, then you can. I feel like that's an area for some weird reason. Like, I like Tsimikas okay, like he's all right, but I just feel like the options at left back for me are kind of a bit meaty in terms of what we've actually got available for the way that Slot wants to play. So I'm like, brother, go out and sign like a specialist left back to do what you want them to do alongside the rest of the defense. Then I feel like the defense will also just look a little bit better as well. Not saying it wasn't okay yesterday. There's something about that left back slot that I'm not comfortable with. I honestly, it might just be, let's just give it a bit more time and I'll be calm with Tsimikas there. Maybe so, but just for some reason that's an area. But DM is also another area that if I could spend the money, please just go out and sign a fucking DM, because it is getting a bit long. Phillips saying Nat Phillips needs to stay. He'll be your mascot, to be honest. Nah, I hear it. Question: what's harder to do? Lose weight when you are overweight, or getting rid of Nat Phillips? Oh, Jesus. Hey, don't be disrespectful. Gee, no, it's not Nat Phillips' fault, you know. Like, blame Liverpool, bro. That's not even his fault.
Apparently, Nat Phillips is on like 60k a week or something, which is why it's hard to. apparently this is. I'm kind of just regurgitating what I've heard like other people say, so it's not taken with a pinch of salt in it. But apparently he's on that steep. I could probably find out. Let me try and find out now.
Yeah, find out. I mean, if he's on anything over 40 bags, that's mad. Remember the way? Oh yeah, got that ready. Big up Crowd D saying, "G, what are your thoughts on Morton?" I think Tyler Morton is probably best if we just sold him. I feel like he had a calm game when he came on, but I think players like him. Right. Yeah. He was like, there was not like, I'm not saying sell him because of his performance, by the way. I just think when I watch him, I'm like, you know what, you are calm. Like clearly the way that we play might suit you into some way, to some degree, but you ain't playing, bro. Like if I had a choice between you and 6 other players, I think I'm choosing the 6 over you kind of thing. Like I can't think of who the hell you're going to be ahead of in order for me to think, yeah, Tyler Morton needs to play. And again, you're going to be like the Carvalhos and maybe Sepp Vandenbergs, where it's like cup games, yes, those man, 100% they need to start games. Like no problem with them doing that. Liverpool get knocked out 3rd round, you're pissed because I don't see you playing many games between now and January, which then stunts your development because you've been playing for the last 2 seasons. So then what do we do with you? Do you know what I mean? Because all of a sudden you've now just gone 6 months and you've got 2 appearances. Do you know what I mean? Like after playing more or less every game for Hull, every game for Blackburn. So he's the type of signings that, he's the type of players Liverpool need to be selling, bro. You sell these kind of guys. They're not really, they're like a squad to like sell option.
Player,
they're like a fringe slash, what's the word? What's the word when you're they don't need you at the football club anymore? Bro, I use it.
You're like surplus to requirements or something. Maybe.
Yeah, that's it. Yeah, he's one of those. He's a fringe slash surplus to requirements. Like I don't need Tyler Morton in the team by any stretch of the imagination, so I can get rid. And we're not going to miss Tyler Morton by any stretch, so just get rid. He could probably fetch us quite a bit of money as well. That's like Liverpool needs to start doing like stuff like that, like a bit more, man. Just you know that there's just certain players you just think you're not saying they're dead, but you're also saying, bro, there's not really any space for you here. So go out, have a football career. Who knows? Maybe we insert a buyback clause, whatever, and then you can potentially come back. Maybe in a few years you develop into this kind of player. I just think if man's trying to move forward, he's not the guy I'm trying to move forward with. Philippe, that's weird to be honest, especially when he's had all these links to Madrid. Yeah, he's agreeing with you. He's smart enough to know how that looks. Yeah. I think sometimes the players are they do that too because they know people are gonna comment on this kind of stuff. They know the paparazzi are gonna like be onto them and stuff like that. So
if that's the case, you can get out of my club. Get out of my club. I don't care if you're a scout.
Hey, Eddie's not having it at all, bro.
I really don't care, bro. That is so weird to me, bro. Honestly, that is so weird to me. Get out of my club if you're gonna do all of that.
No, I hear it. You can't see your girl getting flowers from another guy. yeah, I hear that. Bro, I definitely hear that. Brother is being tapped up by the Madrid players. Yeah, I hear it, man. Big up Savage in the building, my bro. Hope you're doing
big
well.
Up, man.
G, tell Kudus to join LFC, otherwise we will deport him. Not a blackmail, and that West Ham can have Kai Gordon. Bro looks like an annoying TikToker. Fuck it, though. I forgot he even came on yesterday.
Kai Gordon, I'm not rating him, man. I'm not rating the Kai Gordon. I'm actually not rating this guy. I don't care, bro. He should have scored that chance as well that he missed. I hear it. Failed to even hit the target, bro. I'm like, yo, brother, what are you doing, man? I'm not rating this thing at all, bro.
You see, like, yeah, okay. So from what you saw yesterday, yeah, if you sign someone like Kudus, would he start, and where would he start?
If he signed someone like Kudus, so what?
I'm not saying he has to start, by the way, but I'm just saying if you would.
Salah was playing on the. I mean, it's hard to say based off yesterday, though, isn't it? Because we don't have a full team, but
yeah, true.
But Kudus, I'd still sign him, man, because I sign him because Salah's probably gonna leave next season, in my opinion. But it's just hard, like for him. Would he be willing to like hold bench a couple times this season because he's not gonna get game time because of Salah? Unless you try and fit him into another position, but where else would he fit? Unless you try and do a madness and play him like false 9 or something, or up top, because he's a good finisher. Maybe he does have the skill, because a lot of people liken him to Mane, even though I don't quite see those comparisons. But Mane obviously had a good spell up top as well, so potentially you could do that.
Bro, he's African, man. They just try to put everyone into the same box. Like
potentially, you could, like, he's fast, he's strong, he can finish. So yeah, potentially you could see him playing up top. But would he be willing to do that as well? It's just about that. But I'd sign him just because I want good players at my club. In it, I don't care, bro. You lot battle for your positions. Whoever comes out on top comes out on top.
No, facts. That's how Real Madrid do their thing. Like, I mean, so why can't we move in that same type of mentality, man? Big up football with Spog Top. I don't know Spog Top. We need a forward, left back, and a DM. I hear it. Centre back in Jan. Guys are saying DM, maybe Gomez from Wolves. You know what's mad? Touching on that Gomez brother. I didn't know he had a star.
Who, Gomez?
Yeah, that Joao Gomez from Wolves. He's got a starter when he speaks. He did it. Bro, I was literally, I don't know why it came up on my feed. I think it's because the Premier League had posted it out, but he was having a conversation with Wolves TV or whatever it's called over there, and he was talking, and he's fully got a proper stutter kind of thing. I was like, right, I wonder how that even works on the pitch kind of thing. Like, but you could see maybe in that environment when you're on the pitch and it's more about shouting and it's kind of, you're not talking. You're just like, yo, mark him or get him or whatever. So it's not long conversations. Maybe it might not even show then, but you could see it when he was talking and that, like he's trying to get his way. I was like, right, that's actually kind of mad. I didn't even know.
I mean, I had a friend that had a stutter. I don't really know like how it actually works, like scientifically and that. But in certain situations, like if he's around us, like his boys and that, he'll be all right. And he'll stutter, of course, every now and again, but it'll get worse in like classrooms. I think maybe the nerves or something. Maybe the nerves had something to do with it. Like when he had to answer a question in the class, he'd stutter in it. So I feel like maybe, like I said, the nerves would make it worse. But when he was around us, it was calm. Like he could speak kind of normally. He'd stutter every now and again. But I feel like him being in front of the cameras made it worse in it. So on the pitch, he might not have as much of a start. But I don't know.
No, facts, man. Guys, we're going to wrap it up in the next 5 minutes. So if you've got any questions, anything like that, bro, drop them in the chat. Me and Annie will do our best to answer them. Big up Steve. If you guys go for a left back, check out Joaquin Says from Club Brugge, who've been excellent understudy to Andy Robertson. He's a terrific crosser, defensively good, young as well. That means bye-bye Tsimikas. I'd say that free. You ain't buying someone young and saying Tsimikas is still chilling there 100%. But yeah, he's definitely, he'll be someone I'll look out for. I don't care how we win as long as we win, because you can't win a title without winning ugly sometimes. Yeah, maybe so, but you can win playing nice too. There is a way that you can still win nice. I'm not worried about any fall off. Rival fans are preying on it, but we won't. Says. I'd sell Morton. Looks like a mid-table team player where he would end, where he would do well. Who came up? Leicester, Ipswich. Who's the third team? Southampton. Yeah, like he could go there, and I feel like he just fit in that kind of mode. Like you're like, you know what he could be? Like a James Ward-Prowse, where you're like, you've always been at Southampton level, but we knew that you probably could play a bit higher than this kind of thing, but you just never, for whatever reason, obviously club captain and that, you just never really made that move. Obviously now he's at West Ham. And even that's only just like a tad bit of a level above. Like, you could be that kind of guy. And bro, that's still a dope career. Like, a Premier League player for 10 plus years. Like, bro, man's not complaining. Man's not complaining at all. Man said, get out of my club. Yeah. I hear it. How would you sort, this from Damien, how would you sort midfield out? Keep, sell, loan. We have many midfield talents now. Example, wouldn't it make sense to loan out by Bajcetic, who needs minutes, and keep Morton for the coming season? I hate the thought process. What do you think about that? I hate the thought process behind that, though.
Loaning Bajcetic, yeah, potentially. I could see that as well, because obviously he missed out he missed almost 12 months, man. Basically a whole year of football, maybe even longer. So it would be nice for him to get some regular football, which he might not get at Liverpool. But then obviously we just have to bring in a DM, because we can't just solely rely on Endo. Unless, like you said, like you mentioned earlier, Slot actually has plans to play Trent in midfield, which I personally wouldn't do. So yeah, I wouldn't be against sending Bajcetic out on loan, so long as we have an able enable replacement. Who else is there in that midfield? So what's the question?
Gravenberch.
Gravenberch. Gravenberch, I'd keep.
Bro, you don't even so happy with the fact that you said it, like.
Yeah, man, Gravenberch I keep because I haven't been impressed with him since he's come. I'm not gonna lie to you, man. I hear it. I haven't been impressed at all, bro. But yeah, no, I'll keep him just because I feel like maybe I want to give everyone a chance under slot in it because it's a different style of football. Maybe Klopp's football didn't suit your style. If you are a technical player, it's very likely that Klopp's style of football wouldn't have suited you. Yeah, didn't suit you. So I'm willing to give these more technical players a chance under slot. So yeah, I'd keep Gravenberch, keep Curtis Jones, keep Elliott, keep Szoboszlai, keep Mac, obviously. Who else is there in that midfield? Morton. I'd sell Morton, put that towards getting another DM.
Literally.
Nyoni, I'd actually. Nyoni, I might. Based on that one performance, I was moved, you know. I ain't gonna lie. It was moving me.
But that's what I said. That's what I said earlier on. He's in a weird space because obviously he's not like I don't look at him and feel like he's like a Yamal level, like at that age, yeah. But you know, when you see someone, you're just like, nah, like give him a bit more, but it's difficult because he's Yamal at Barcelona. The reason why he could thrive is because Rafinha was stinking it up. So they only had him to play. So he was gonna always get chances. At Liverpool, we already have bare midfielders. So I am always like, you're good, but we've got so many midfielders and he's got so many options that he can kind of just choose from. You might not be like his first, second, or third choice. So then now we start going down the pecking order. Would a loan for a 17-year-old be good? That's how I look at it. So I don't know.
Yeah, that's a difficult one. I might just keep him, you know. I'm not gonna lie to you.
No. And I don't think that's a problem though. I feel like you could at least till January, because at least then by January, if clubs are starting to get interested because they're saying, nah, like trust me, this kid is really good. We want him in our team. All of a sudden now, maybe the options have changed. Maybe right now it's not high level teams looking at him. Come January after say 6 appearances, all of a sudden now you got higher level quality teams and they're saying, nah, we want him to play. It might just change. The landscape always changes in the season. So, yeah, man, I would keep him for now. Just keep Trey in the team for now and then let him develop that way and see how he does. But, yo, I beg you, Trey, just, like, I want you to go gym just a little bit. You know what I mean? Like, obviously, you're still young, so I get it. You still need to grow in that and, you know, whatever. But just go to the gym. Do whatever Bicetich done to get, I mean, a bit more solid still. Philippe, Kudus and Gordon, the next gen LFC wingers, Kudus and Gordon. Would you prefer that than the wingers that we've got now?
So who have we got now? Diaz, Gakpo, Salah, Kudus and Gordon. Yeah.
I know you'll take Kudus obviously straight away. Yeah,
Kudus.
But it's more Gordon I'm thinking about.
I don't know, you know, because I'm not convinced that if you play Gordon and Gakpo on the left wing for a full season, I'm not convinced that Gordon would get more goals than Gakpo or assists. I think Gakpo gets better numbers than Gordon. So I don't know. I'm happy to keep Gakpo and see what he does under slot this season.
Gakpo's not really. I don't think he was ever the issue. I think it's more Diaz that.
Yeah, it's more the Diaz. Because I'd play Gakpo ahead of Diaz though, just because, like I said, the numbers and he's decent on the ball. Eye test as well. He does pass the eye test as well. And then Kudus. Yeah, I'll take them as our next year. I'll take Kudus and then I'll leave Gakpo. I don't really want Gordon. I'll be honest. I don't really want Gordon, man. If we get him.
Yeah. He seems like one of those signings. You're like, all right, like I'm not gonna be like, oh my day. Like Kudus, I'll be like, okay, yeah, he's a good signing. Like he's a somewhat decent player, right? In terms of the options that are available in that position. Obviously, I wanted Elise, but I'll take Kudus if I have to take Kudus. But Gordon, I'm like, oh, okay, yeah, he's all right. Like, you know what I mean? Like, I'm not gonna be messaging my boys, be like, bro, we just like Gordon, you know, like, I'm not gonna do that, I promise you. Ali saying, Trent just trying to increase his bag at Liverpool. Potentially, I think that might be a thing as well. Do you know what I mean? We need more creative wingers. Salah can do the finishing. Hey, look, Salah would assist yesterday. Yeah, I mean, you man, Trey. What you saying, people? Like Salah with another assist. Didn't do nothing really in the game, to be fair, but got the assist as per usual. Question: is Plymouth a good club for Dans to go on loan? I think when you're talking about clubs at that level, yeah, there's not really good clubs. There's just clubs because them kind of leagues like I think Championship or League One. I can't remember which one they're in, but them kind of leagues anyway. There's no real standouts, so it's just more about anyone could get promoted, anyone can get relegated. I've seen top teams get promoted, get relegated. I've seen shit teams get promoted in them kind of leagues. So it's all about the football for him, though. Playing under Wayne Rooney as well. I think that's what the more they're looking at.
Oh shit! Is Wayne Rooney the Plymouth manager now?
Yeah, but you know, when people said it, yeah, at first I was like, I hear what everyone thinks. You think immediately Wayne Rooney, bad boy, striker, guy can do this. I'm like, remember, he's the manager. And I feel like outside of telling him little bits about his game, he's a shit manager. So that might impact the actual way that Dan's even plays there anyway, because the manager, he's a crap. Like he's honestly, I think he is so rubbish, like as a manager. Like I feel like he only got these jobs because he's Wayne Rooney kind of thing. But
it's the Fergie curse, isn't it, man? All those players that got managed by Fergie, bro, they turn out to be shit managers. Like
I'm trying to think of a good one.
Gary Neville's, Roy Keane, and all that, man. Wayne Rooney.
It's funny because they all thought, bro, obviously under Fergie, we learned all of this stuff. Bro, now you come out of here, you guys look trash. Super. Oh, no. You know who's good though, or who plays good football? Michael Carrick.
Oh yeah. To be fair, I forgot about him. Yeah.
He seems like he just seems like the best of a very bad bunch. Let's put it that way.
But you know what? With Michael Carrick, you can tell though, even the way he played football, he has a footballing brain, innit? Just the way he dictated the game. So, am I giving credit to Fergie for that? I don't know, man.
Because he was doing that at Tottenham anyway. He was doing it there regardless. So. It's not really a thing. Salah stayed back like 20 minutes signing fan shirts while the rest of the team left. Yet some man want him gone, but want you guys to keep Diaz and Nunes. But if I can get rid of both, I'll get rid of both. Bro. You already know the vibe. Like, I definitely wouldn't keep them man at the club. I don't care how he talks. Man is starting on the Brazil team ahead of Edison. I think you're talking about Allison.
Allison, yeah, must be.
Yeah. Same for Gertruda. He also got a stutter. He had to take speaking lessons to help him with that. I know a few people in primary school like this. Yeah. Like, that was just like there's nothing to that. I was genuinely just shocked when I heard it, because he was speaking in where's he from? Brazil. So yeah, he was speaking in his language, and when he was talking, I just heard it, and I was like, oh shit, say no more. Ali saying I'd send him for the post-match press conference if we lost. That's dumb. Question: If Carvalho is not cooking this preseason and no one comes in for him, what would you do? Send him to the under-21 or just tell man to stay home? Nah, I don't think you could do all of that stuff.
Versus send man to the under-21s, you know.
Yeah, nah. I think he would just have to know that you're just a squad option. Like, if we need you, we'll call you up, kind of thing. That's the only thing I can really think of. What about you?
Yeah, you just leave him out. You just tell him to find a new club, mate. You know what I mean? Get on the phone with your agent, mate. You know what I mean?
Bro, literally. I'll throw this to any thoughts on the 2DM pivot.
2DM pivot. I think
at first it was Endo, Curtis Jones.
I think Endo and Curtis Jones stank up the pitch. I'm not gonna lie to you. I thought they absolutely stank yesterday, but as soon as Trey Nyoni came on, Trey, I would just call him Trey, like you said, Trey came on, then we looked a lot better. So yeah, man, it obviously allows us. It gives us the better ability to play at the back, innit? Because obviously you got two options there instead of just the one that we previously had. So yeah, I was liking it. I was liking it when Trey came on, and even when Morton came on. To be fair, I know I said I'd sell him, but to be fair, he did look comfortable on the ball. He probably looked better than Bajcetic yesterday, to be fair, which is to be expected because Bajcetic was out for a while. But yeah, man, I'm liking the pivot so far. Still early, so we'll see what we can do against Arsenal as well with that formation, and we'll see, man, how things go.
Man, I fully hear it. So we sending everyone on loan. Just get these guys out of the club, man. Like, you don't have to keep them for keeping them sake. But obviously, at the same time as well, we've got so many players who are super young. So that's also another reason. It's not like we're talking about like 3 players where it's like, oh, okay, it's only 3. But we've got bare man who are young, who all were given a chance by Klopp last season. So they're also all thinking to themselves, like James McConnell, Bobby Clark, and all of these guys are all thinking, bro, like, you know, they want to go move on to the next step, whatever that is for them. So that's why I'm talking about it in terms of sending this guy on loan and et cetera, et cetera. And we all know not everyone's going to make it. So there's only going to be like 2 or 3. But and even then, that's if you're super lucky. I'd even just say 2. And to be honest, the two was Bradley and Kwanzaa. So I don't know about the rest in terms of moving forward. Yusuf Fofana is still available. Why can't, bro? He's my player, man. I definitely would like him at Liverpool. Why can't we go get him and send Clark McConnell over there on loan? First of all, Monaco ain't taking McConnell and Clark. I'll tell you that for free. But I would definitely sign Fofana. I like him still. Gordon can stay over there. Yeah, kind of on the any vibe. Big up JB Phillips, guys. Make sure you subscribe to his channel. Kudus isn't a winger, more of a 10. Probably play the 8 as well. Nah, he's a winger. He's a winger. He's a winger who can play more of who can play in an 8 and a 10. I wouldn't say he's a 10 who can play in an 8 and blah blah blah. He's generally a winger. But he can fill in these other positions. Like for Ghana, for example, I was playing centre mid. But that's because for Ghana, we needed you to play centre mid because of your ability on the ball, whereas on the right, we're not going to get the ball out to you enough kind of thing. So, but again, can't play, man. Like I said, I wanted Elise, so I'm not going to lie. Like he was the one I wanted for that right wing, but he's gone Bayern. So your options are kind of starting to dwindle now with these guys. Gordon's stats are the same as Lucho, and Mandem are crashing it on Diaz every time. That's a fair point. That's a fair point. I hear it. Ali, I'm 50-50 on Gordon. I think everyone is. I think everyone is kind of 50-50 on him. Gordon, yeah, literally. Like, I don't think people are going to be gassed if he comes. Gordon beats Diaz in every stat, and I wouldn't even get him. It goes to show how bad Diaz really is. Damn, I did not know that. Question: Ben Doak is seen as a left winger. Do you keep? Oh, sorry. Is seen as a left winger. Do you keep him, loan, or sell?
Left winger.
I won't sell him. Yeah, I wouldn't say he's a left winger either. I think you'd loan him.
Yeah, I'd loan him. If he's seen as a left winger, I know he played on the right yesterday though.
I don't think he's seen as a left winger. I think remember that game that was behind the closed doors thing that you saw him in left wing. Bro, remember we had no players, so he's just playing anywhere just to get on the pitch kind of thing. So his ability, you'll see him at right wing.
Yeah, no, his ability to beat a man, like get past the man, is quite good. I'm not gonna lie. He's got a lot of his 1v1 dribbling skills are very good still, but he just needs end product. It's like every time he beats the player, the ball's always never goes to the Liverpool players. It always goes to the keeper or one of their players. So once he works on his end product, I think he'll be all right.
Nah, I totally agree. Best managers at the moment used to be midfielders in their playing days.
Best managers. Who's the best manager at the moment? Guardiola was a midfielder, obviously. Arteta was a midfielder. What about some of the other leagues? Xavi.
I'm trying to think. Xavi
was at Barca. Who's the was Ancelotti?
What was he?
I can't remember. Was Ancelotti midfielder?
Hey, all you 60-year-olds in the chat, what was Ancelotti as a player?
But to be fair, he
was a midfielder.
I always feel like midfielders and defenders definitely make better managers than like strikers and that. Strikers are like, they have that selfish mindset in it. Like, so
that's why Thierry Henry will never be a good manager, like, because I always feel like someone like Thierry Henry must sit there at times and think he must sit there and talk to players and be like, how can you not finish that? And I'm like, bro, they're not Thierry Henry, bro. Like, it's not gonna happen in the way that you think it's gonna happen, my guy. Like, just chill out on that one still. But that's an intriguing one, man. I might have to do a show on something like that. João Gomez over Edison. Go get the main DM, not their second choice DM. Hey man, let's see. In my opinion, Elliot won't want that involved. Either. I don't know what that's referring to.
Wasn't that involved?
Wasn't that involved? Oh, yeah. I agree. Like I said, him and Szoboszlai were kind of just a bit wishy-washy at the beginning. I didn't really see. Christian saying Elliot needs to be sold. He don't give up. If you're a Liverpool fan, man, he's dead.
I don't think he's dead.
Let's put it this way, yeah. This is where money starts talking and that. If a team came in and said, we'll give you 50 million for Elliot, would you want to take it?
Hey, money talks. Hey.
This is what I'm saying, man. This is what I'm saying. This is what I'm saying, bro. That
50 M's.
Dirty cash might you might be looking at that thinking, hey, well, 50 M's. All I need to do is add like 20 to get a sick DM as well. That's all I need to do. 20 and I get a sick DM as an example.
Yeah, 50 M's. You might have to talk still.
Hey, and how much do we get? We got Elliot for like chicken change from Fulham.
Oh, chicken. The tribunal, I swear, because we done a scam.
Yeah, exactly.
we done a mad thing.
This is what I'm saying. Damien saying, would you sell Right. Van Dijk, Salah, or Trent, if none of them wants to extend their contracts. A lot of players recently leaving for free. Lallana, Origi, Wijnaldum, Milner, Ox, Keita, Firmino, Thiago, Adrian, Matip. That is a lot of fucking players to let go on a free. Van Dijk, no, I wouldn't sell. I would just keep him even if he didn't sign a new deal.
Oh, I'd say all of them. Yeah, I'd say all of them. If they want to extend their contract, yeah, get them gone.
You tell all of them.
All of them, they're gone, bro. Oh, we need to make money for what? All of them are gonna leave on a free. There's no way in hell, bro. We need to.
No. I'm not saying all of them. I'm not saying all of them. Okay, let's put it this way: if Liverpool sold all of them, actually, yeah, you see where you think Liverpool are going to finish. Yeah, I don't care who you sign because that's definitely changing.
The thing is, though, like the day's gonna come in it. So if they don't sign their contract, that just means they leave the next season, most likely. So I don't care if they leave now, and I'd rather just get a little bit of money in for you now. Like for Salah, I reckon we can still get at least 50 M's, 50, 60 M's last year of his contract.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, of course.
Trent, last year's contract, we can get a decent amount as well. Van Dijk, maybe you might only get, even Van Dijk, you might get a decent amount, 40, 50. Like, yeah, I'd say all of them, man. I'd say all of them.
Hey, this ain't
but you know how bad that looks for 3 of those players to leave on a free, bro.
No, bro. I said it the other day on Enzo's thing. I said, bro, Liverpool can't be in a position where 3 of your best players contracts are running out. That don't even make sense. Like, come on, man, that's badly managed, bro. Trey changed the game and we looked more exciting. Yep. I'd spam loan spells like how Chelsea do it and sell the. Yes, that's exactly what I mean. For players that you know they're not really in your plans, 100%. 100%. Big up Zabiri, man. Don't know where you've been, man. I ain't seen you for a little while, bro. Is that any Trey stocks purchase in full? Yeah, bro. Get them stocks in from now. It's probably cheap. That share price probably cheap right now. He's Zabiri saying I'm on 0 with Gordon still. I hear it. No, I hear it. Everyone's kind of saying, roughly the same kind of thing. Gordon got 11 goals, 10 assists solely in the Prem. Don't bring my wigger down to that bum DS level. Also, Gordon also scored or assisted against every Big 6 team. Eesh. Man, why the fuck can't we try to get Alvarez, man? The Man City wants to leave, available for 60. We need a great striker, and we would be doing Man City a favor because of FFP. Well, I don't like that last bit, but I hear it for the rest of it. I like Alvarez.
Also, I've seen what taking City rejects has done for Arsenal, and it hasn't won that. So yeah, no.
Yeah, true.
I don't want their sloppy seconds, man. I don't want their sloppy seconds.
Honestly, saying, would you take Kante if you couldn't get for just one season?
Kante.
If I could guarantee, or you can't guarantee nothing in football. If you told me that he will be available for the majority of the season, yes, I would take Kante.
Yeah, that's true. Knowing Liverpool's like, we'll get him, and that's it. Injured first day of the season, bro.
First game of the season. I don't really know. But Kante, yeah, bro. Even when I saw him in the Euros, I was like, this brother is still running around like he's playing for Leicester City Premier League title winning season, bro. Like, don't even make sense. Bro. Gordon got 10 assists in the Premier 1 season. That's what Diaz got in 2.5 years. Listen, man, you better crash it on Diaz, bro. Jesus Christ.
Diaz, bro.
Bro, Zidane. Okay, Zidane was midfielder as well. Yeah. Ancelotti, yeah. Defenders and midfielders, yeah, as Ennie said. Stop trying to take Anthony Gordon away from Newcastle. Yeah, I hear it. Bro, some people prefer him than think. Lucas going to get him and sell Morton. McConnell, like there is no tomorrow. Yeah, I like Douaf still. Good defensive midfielder. I think he's better than those 2 players anyway. I think he'd be a solid. Like if you got rid of those 2 and got him.
Who is it? I don't even know who that is. Who's he playing for? Defensive
midfielder. He's playing for Salzburg last season, I want to say. But yeah, he's calm. Like he's just, yeah. He's like the only way I can describe him is like he's just better than those guys in that position. But I don't know how much that fee would even be for someone like him. But I know Chelsea were looking at him last year to sign him. But Chelsea looking at everyone. Question: would you be shocked if Trent and VVD re-sign a new deal and Salah says I want to leave on a free and the club just sell him to the highest bidder?
Sell Salah to the highest bidder.
Yeah, but Van Dijk and Trent will sign a new deal. Would you be surprised? I think that's how it's going to go anyway. I actually think that's how it's going to go.
Van Dijk and Trent signed a new deal, and then Salah says he wants to leave. I feel like Salah's most likely to stay, if I'm honest.
You think so?
I don't know. I just have a feeling that Salah's the most.
Bro,
that
out of the three, who do you think is the most likely to go? If you think anyone was going to go, who do you think is most likely?
Listen, when someone shows me their behavior, bro, I just believe them, bro. So when Trent's in the club partying up with a Real Madrid man, signing up the Real Madrid t-shirts, man's not gonna be like, oh, Trent's gonna stay. No, bro, you're showing me. Like, it's like, bro, if I had a girl, bro, and she's just chatting to the next man, bro, she's showing me what she's on, bro.
Yeah, no, I hear it.
She showed me I find out she's chatting to the next man. She showed me, bro. Like, I'm believing her. Cool, that's what you're on. Trent's doing the same thing. You're signing Real Madrid shirts, bro. Like, I don't know if you're trying to play mind games, if it's some sort of negotiation tactic you're trying to do with Liverpool so you can get a higher salary. But for me, that behavior is weird. Right now, I think Trent's the most likely to leave. And I think Real Madrid are going to do that thing where they get him to run down his contract and he goes on a free next season. I actually believe that's going to happen, unfortunately. I don't want it to happen, but what can you do, man? What can you do?
No, that's facts, man. That's facts. Last couple of comments and then we will head out, people. Have you heard the talk of getting Neto and Nyoni? Yeah, I see that about the double swoop for the Wolves players. Would you want them? Would you take Nyoni and Neto?
I would, but the only thing about Neto is the obvious elephant in the room is his injury concerns. Like, Donny's injured all the time, bro. Like, and we've got enough of those injury-prone players, especially in attack as well, like Jota and in fact, not so much in attack, but Jota. And you got him from Wolves as well. I don't really want Neto. I'll be honest. I'll take Nyoni, not Neto. I don't want Neto.
See, like Nyoni might work in a team like this. That's what I'm talking about. The left back thing. He might actually work in a system like this because of the technical abilities we're looking at from our defenders, in a general sense. But yeah, man, guys, love for everybody, of course, joining in. Big up Max, just joining us this afternoon, saying Nyoni and Bradley bombed. Right? Do you mean bombed in a good way or like in a bad way? Just
it must be good. Both those players were good.
I feel like I feel like he meant it in a thing. And also saying Neto is cold, but I prefer Kudus. But guys, obviously make sure you stay tuned. Make sure you keep your notification bells on. It means very good. I might do something later on today. Take a bit of a deeper look at Trey. See what Trey's all about, whether or not. Of course, I can't. To be fair, though, I do want to wait one more game just to see if he does play, how he plays in that game, and then I want to talk about Trey in terms of his position potentially in the squad moving on to next season. There might be some more news on Curtis Jones. I know Liverpool's still waiting to see the extent of that. Knowing Jones, this brother's now going to be out of the tour. It always happens with Jones. He'll play, get injured, and now he's out for time. You're just like, bro, how does that make sense?
It's such a Jones thing for him to be chatting in the press conference and then get injured straight away. And then
get injured, bro. Bro, you just gotta keep quiet now. Like, just keep quiet, put your head down, and just work. Like, don't stop doing all the talking stuff because now you're just silly. But yeah, guys, keep the notification bells on. And yeah, I will be about. Anywhere can the people find you, my bro?
Hey, big up, man. Thanks for having me on again as well, man. Appreciate it. Good chat. Yeah, just on Twitter, man. Any4X. So ENNY4X on Twitter. And yeah, you can find me on there, man.
Guys, you heard it here first. Make sure you guys enjoy the rest of your day. I am going to see Deadpool and Wolverine today, so I need to head out, go grab a few bits and bobs before I go to the cinema. Anyway, but guys, enjoy the rest of your Saturday. When are Liverpool back? Let me just double check.
31st.
So it's like in 4 days. So is it 31st / the 1st?
Yeah, 31st /
the timing.
Yeah.
Okay, cool. So another one. Oh yeah, look at that. No, we got Man United next.
You got United?
Oh
next?
No. Sorry. Arsenal.
Yeah.
Yeah, so we got Arsenal on Thursday morning at 12:30 again.
That's during the week, literally, bro. Oh my god.
That's what I'm saying. It's a bit techie because it's like
techie.
Friday. Yeah. At least yesterday was like, okay, cool. It's heading to Saturday. You know what I mean? Got nothing. It's a weekend, so we have to just wait and see. You know what? I don't want to see that. I don't care. I'm just going to watch. Let me just go watch it in peace, bro. And you need to say all of that. Remember to watch it. Yeah, bro. I've been watching Marvel, and you got to stay to the end of Marvel. Like, there might even be 2 credit scenes that you need to watch out for. So you just
is that a new film? I didn't even know that was out, you know. Deadpool.
Yeah, literally come out 25th, so 2 days ago.
So, okay, that's
Come
cool.
out 2 days ago. But yeah, people, head on over to Keeping It GTV. I've done a reaction to a trailer for Deadpool, so I will do a review of the film. There will be spoilers, so if you ain't seen it, that's on you. I don't really care. So I will be doing spoiler alerts for that and giving you my honest opinion on the film in itself. But head on over there, make sure you guys check it out. It's a good content, good stuff, good fun away from the football. And I will catch you guys. No idea. Let's just wait and see. Peace.